Georgia, you are the helper today. So nothing right now, but at the end of class, you'll do our smart choices. You'll ask them like we've been doing. Go down to the chart, and you guys will show her with a 0, 1, or 2. I'm going to get the lights. We're going to start a new project today. You don't need your pencils quite yet. Just thought we'd have them there ready. We're going to start talking about one-point perspective. Some of you might have done stuff in the past. I know some of you draw on your own time, but now we're going to do this all together. What are we learning? A brief history of one-point perspective. We're going to talk about the horizon line, the vanishing point, vertical, horizontal, and orthogonal lines, how to start creating a drawing with one-point perspective, and our final project is going to be a futuristic cityscape. So you'll get to make some choices. A lot of what we draw will be drawn together, but then you'll have a chance to make some choices. Anyone want to tell me what a horizon line is? Does anyone know? Han? Yes, where the earth meets the sky. Vanishing point. Does anyone know what a vanishing point is? We talk about it through like first, second, third. Han, you think you know? You can kind of use the words as your clue, Jack. He's on the right track. Yes, it's wherever the vanishing point is where all the Han. Everything fades into the vanishing point. So Jack is right too. The closer things are to the horizon line, the smaller they are. When you look out when you're like standing outside and you're looking straight ahead, anything further out from you is what? Smaller. Vertical line. What's a vertical line? I'm not trying to trick you. Yes.
A line that goes up.
Up and down. What about a horizontal line? Anyone? Yes. Up, sideways, across. What about an orthogonal line? You know what an orthogonal line is? Yep. Diagonal, another word. Yes. So the first signs of one-point perspective was a Florentine sculptor and architect, Filippo Brunelleschi. He was the first architect to use mathematical perspective in creating designs for buildings during the early Renaissance. Sorry, I need a drink. When you haven't taught for a few days, you start to lose your voice. So up until the Florentine sculptor Filippo Brunelleschi discovered that you could apply math to drawing, paintings looked kind of flat. And I'm going to show you. So before one-point perspective, artists had to guess where the lines of buildings would go in their drawings. These drawings tended to look a little skewed and awkward. Here's a couple examples. I want you to turn with your shoulder partner and talk about I see, I think, I wonder. You can use that as your guide. But what is the difference between the painting on the left and the one on the right? What are some differences you can see? Everyone have a shoulder partner? You want to move and talk with Darren? Okay.
I only like the one better because they all possess. And then the first one
Yeah.
the first one just looks like it was right here.
Oh, in the pencil box.
Yeah.
Aiden, what were you saying? Aiden's your shoulder partner. He's not talking to you. Aiden!
No, look.
Tell her what you were just saying. It was good. It was good. Tell her what you were just saying.
I like the before better.
Oh, I mean at your table. You like the before?
Yeah, I could see it in the church. I can
imagine
this.
They were made in a lot of churches.
I don't like that. It's too simple. But it looks like an colors and it's like.
Okay. All right, Michael. What are you thinking over here? Have you already shared with Campbell? Are you falling asleep? Are you tired? Too much of a vacation?
I'm used to sleeping till 9 o'clock.
Oh my. Campbell, what do you see?
Pretty much still be sleeping.
I see pictures. That's what I see.
One looks more real. Yeah.
I would wake up when it comes to the. Wow.
Yes.
I would wake up when it's almost to the 10.
Because the lines make it, if you draw the lines correctly, it gives it more of a 3D. Yeah. Han, you getting a closer look?
The way to see spots is 8. Because that one has more depth because you can see the horizon.
Yeah, you can.
Even though
All the lines.
smaller in the back like that.
They tried to force the perspective,
But
but
that table looks weird too because it
Yep.
looks like it stops here but it goes like this.
yep, it does. I think we've all had time, so let's go ahead and raise your hand if you would like to share. And I'll wait. You can go first, but let's wait for everyone to be listening. Aiden, Ethan. Shh. All right, go ahead. So the one on the right is more realistic. After Filippo discovered 1-point perspective, they became more realistic. He knew where to put the lines. All the lines go to the vanishing point on the horizon line.
Also, that one looks like they're outside
The ones on the right are inside. Yeah. Inside like a hallway room, a room in a hallway, and you can see down the hallway. Anyone else want to talk about some changes, Georgia?
the one on the left, I don't know if that's really a table, and I try to assume that it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a vase. I think it's a vase.
Yep.
I don't know if it is because it's like flat.
Because it's all flat. Exactly. Georgia brings up a really good point. Before we knew about 1-point perspective, everything looked kind of flat and two-dimensional. And the 1-point perspective gives it more of a 3-dimensional look. Han? It did add. The artist on the right was able, after 1-point perspective, understood value and light better. So they were able to add more value, more light, more with the perspective. Anyone else want to add anything before we move on? I heard a couple of people saying they like the before better. So it's all opinion. Vocabulary that is important to this lesson. Horizon line, where the sky meets the ground, a horizontal line. Vanishing point, the place where all lines meet or vanish. It is located on the horizon line. Keywords for this entire lesson. Horizontal line, a line that goes left to right. It is parallel to the horizon line. Vertical lines, a line that goes up and down. It is perpendicular to the horizon line. And orthogonal line, lines that create the size of an object in 1-point perspective. These lines are drawn to the vanishing point. These are going to be some of the ones that are most confusing for you, but that's why we're going to draw this together. We will draw our buildings together, and I think it will go, yeah. It seems like backwards in your mind. It takes a minute to for the aha moment. I'll start hearing it around the room once you get it. But we'll do this drawing together. So these are some of the finished drawings from last year. Yeah, they turned out really cool. You might have saw them in the art fair. We are going to do the main part. I'm going to walk up here for you. You don't remember seeing them in the art fair? So you can see that all of them have kind of it's like a V shape. It's kind of sectioned into V's. Do you see that? That's how we're going to go about drawing this. So when we draw, it's essentially an X. Yeah, we're going to have a horizon line here. We're going to make our vanishing point in the middle, and then we're going to do an X And those are going to be our those guided lines to draw our buildings and our trees. We're going to draw buildings on one side and trees on the other. Now, some people turn this into a river, and some people made it into a road. You can choose whichever one you want to do, a river or a road. Maybe you'll have another idea. Yeah? It does have to have buildings because part of this unit, part of learning the one-point perspective and how to draw it is practicing the buildings. Yes, Aiden.
Can it make a dirt road torn down?
Like you want to make them look like they're crumbling later?
Yes, I want to make them look like a huge tornado.
After you draw them with me, we can talk about that together. Okay, yes.
Instead of a road, is it going to be like a train track?
It could be a train track. That's a good idea. I didn't see anyone do that last year. So you'll be able to make choices. Like this person put a whale swimming in the. I didn't know whales were in rivers, but it's imagination. We're doing imagination. I did say future cityscape, so it doesn't have to be a future cityscape. I was just trying to give for some of you who have difficult time coming up with a theme or an idea. Yes, you could do spaceships. There was a really cool one last year. I don't have it pictured here, where they kind of turned the sun into like an alien, and then the spaceships were coming out from behind it. It was really cool. I'll find it and show it to you at the beginning of the next class. Let's see. Georgia, could you pass paper out to everyone? Let's have circles. Get rulers for their table. I'll have nicer rulers. Hey, circles. Let's get these rulers. They're nicer. I bought some new ones. Okay. Mona! Eyes on me, please. You are getting very close to a level of 3-4. We need to stay, for guided drawing, we need to stay at a 0 to 1. So you would be asking your partner how they did something. This is on-task conversation. Can you guys go get the nice rulers over there? Put these up and get the nice ones. Okay. No, all the pencils are sharp. I sharpened them before we got here. Go trade it right behind Miss Di. Okay. Guess what? Miss Sarage is having a baby. Miss Sarage, the art teacher before I was here. I want to show you this. Alright. Rulers are not swords.
Yeah, whoa.
Okay?
They can be.
But they're not. They're brand new. They're brand new. That's why you have to take them out of the package. Michael, have a seat. Hand your trash to the triangle, and let's have triangles throw the trash away. Hurry, because we're going to start. Okay. Yes. Yeah, when we're working, you can. We'll have time to work individually. Okay. Mona! A couple people responded. Mona?
Lisa!
I really like how Lane was patiently waiting over here and silently waiting for the next instructions. She was doing a really good job. So is Campbell. During guided drawing, we need to be ready to listen. At a level 0, maybe you're at a 1 because you're asking someone for help. but we are ready to listen. I need you to get your names on them. As you know, these are brand new rulers, so we're not goofing off with them. Let's see.
What about the old ones?
These are better for 1-point perspective. Yeah, they're clear. We can see through them. Okay. You're going to use your rulers to guide your lines. I do not want to see any organic lines. I'm going to be drawing up here. I think I could use a ruler up here. Okay.
Whose hand was that?
Where?
On that.
Mine. All right, so once your name is on it, turn it over, and you need to have your paper horizontal. Here's mine.
But it's not working. It's not an even square, it's a rectangle.
What? Oh, that's okay, but it's bigger than the other one, so you'll just move it a little bit. You'll go a certain length and then move it. Okay, got your names. Horizontal. Okay. The very first step, we're going to draw a horizon line and place a vanishing point in the center of the paper. So I'm going to draw my horizon line. Imagine I'm using a ruler. You're going to use your ruler. It's going to be in the middle. Which mine could be a little bit more in the middle, I think. Let's see. Just a little bit. And then my vanishing point. Jack, turn your paper horizontal.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So you can erase that line that's going up, the horizontal line. Yeah. Then take your ruler and set it on. Everyone's got their vanishing point. You're going to set your ruler on the vanishing point and go to the corner of your paper. To go all corners. You got it? So draw a line across this way. You want to draw your horizon line first. Are you trying to make it perfect? I see you. Yep, you're good. I see what you're doing. Let me see. Okay, you want to put your horizon, your vanishing point right here, and take that line. Yeah. Let's see. So your horizon, is this your vanishing point right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Now take it and go this way and one this way. Okay. Yeah. You are just going to place your vanishing point in the middle of your horizon line. So make a dot. I don't want to use my pink marker to make your dot. Okay, so now put your ruler on here, and that line goes there. And then you'll have to redo this line. Okay. That's okay. It doesn't have to be. So now just put your ruler on there into a corner. Okay. I appreciate you helping your neighbor, but I also appreciate waiting patiently for the next step. So Mia, put a dot right here. Put a dot. That's going to be your vanishing point. Ethan, what are you doing?
We're measuring how long.
Measuring your arms.
Okay, so then mine is like exactly 3 feet. I got a wing too.
Okay, so now you're going to take the ruler from the vanishing point to the edge of the to this corner of the paper. So now draw a line and do that on all the corners. Hudson, how are you doing? Let me check. So this line, this is good. Now you're going to do this one? Okay. Good job.
I made from here to this corner, which should make it go all the way to this edge, right?
Not necessarily. It depends on where it is in the paper. So just take this one to there and then do this vanishing point to this corner. So do them one at a time. It might be different. Good job, Aiden. Oh, sorry, Merrick. All right, now we're ready for buildings. I think we're all ready for our first building. Put your rulers down. I want to see your rulers on the table.
I have to restart mine.
You're restarting? Okay. Do you have room? Yes. Yeah. Your name? Okay, your name is fine. Okay. I think most of us are Ethan. Put your ruler down. Okay. The good thing about these guides is that you're just going to use them for part of your building. So you're going to take your ruler. I'm going to put my computer down. And you're going to make a horizontal line to the right to that diagonal line that you made. That's going to be the top of your building. So horizontal line parallel like that. There you go. So line this up. A good way to make sure it's horizontal, everyone look up here, is to make sure that one of these lines align with the side of your paper. So this, my 15 here, that vertical line is completely vertical with the side of my paper. And then I know that my ruler is on there correctly. So good job. Good job. I'll come around and check.
So do we put a line through here?
So let's turn it this way. It's going to be, so line up your ruler. See how I made the 10 vertical with that?
Yeah.
Now just draw a line to your diagonal line.
Oh, you're supposed to do that.
Well, it doesn't have to be. There you go. Perfect. Now wait for the next step. Cool. Thank you. You got it? Feel free. This is, so you want to line up. It is. Even teaching high schoolers, it's still. When I was teaching high school 2-point perspective, it was, yeah. So see how I lined, Sam, I lined this vertical line up with the side of my paper? So it's directly across. Now draw a line and stop at this diagonal line.
Okay.
And that's going to be the top of your building. Okay? Got it. This looks good. Darren, good job. Good job. Yes, you guys did good job. Yes.
I'm done.
Yes.
I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that cool?
No.
No? A camera so I can look at, teachers like to go back and look at how their lesson went. Because when you're in the moment of it, you can't really learn anything from what you were doing. So you have to go back and, yes. Yes. Good job, guys. Okay. Now,
I didn't lick the ruler, don't.
I made them go. Okay.
Measuring.
The next line, I need your eyes up here so you're all paying attention. I want to see all your eyes. Campbell, I want to see your eyes. Okay, now you've got, this is the top of your building. We're going to make the side of it. So I'm going to line up my horizontal lines so that I know my ruler is straight. I'm not just going to set it on there like that. I don't want to see any messy ruler lines. I'm going to line up my horizontal lines, and I'm going to draw to the bottom diagonal line, just straight down. That's going to be the side of my building. That's the front, that's the front of my building. So if I erase this, this is the front of my building. And then, can anyone guess what I might do next? It's very similar to our first line, hon. We are going to do that, not next though. We're going to make the bottom, so another horizontal line. So just like you did at the top, this is going to be the bottom of your building. A horizontal line. My ruler. Good job. So you need to erase this part. And there's nice erasers in here. Good job, Sam. Good job. Good job. Good job. So this is the front of your building. These are really good. Now to make the side of it. Same thing. Another vertical line. Let me see if I can show this to you. Highlight this. That's the side of my building. So see how I use the diagonal lines to be the bottom and the top of the side? Good job. So you can go ahead and erase the horizon line that's inside your building. If you want to go ahead and try a second building, go ahead. If you feel like you could go ahead of me.
I do one building and just keep it with one.
We're gonna do at least 3 buildings because I want to see them get smaller as they go to the vanishing point. So you have to do at least 3 buildings. And then you can erase that guideline too from the top of your building. Just right there.
Wait, now can I make it look like a guy detail the building now?
Let's finish drawing ours, and then I want to show you how to draw a window.
But I'm not gonna. Mine won't have any windows. Well, it will, but it'll have tons of shattered windows.
Shattered windows. That'll be cool.
I'm going for. Have you ever seen the Maze Runner?
Yes.
Have you ever seen the Scorch Trials?
Yeah, I've read The Maze Runner.
So I'm trying to draw the city.
Very cool. That'll look cool. So see why you would want to get the building drawn first, though? Then you could go back in and add the cracks and stuff. So go ahead. If you feel confident to draw your next building, go ahead and start. I'm going to walk around one more time and check, and then I'll draw another one too. Good job. So you could erase this line and this line.
This one?
Yeah, erase this one and erase this. Okay. You could erase. This is going to be trees. We're going to do trees on this side. We're just going to do buildings on this side.
Can I make, but the city.
Do you want to do buildings on both sides?
I want to do buildings, and then I want to do a total dune desert.
Okay, you can do that.
Can I have like one of my girls? I'm not doing it. Or like this.
Yes. Yeah. Gracie. Michael, stop hitting yourself with the ruler. I'm going to show you. All right. Eyes up here if you are waiting for me to do your second building. I'm going to move my ruler over. I'm going to line my horizontal lines up with the bottom and the top of the paper to make sure that my ruler is straight. And then I'm going to draw a vertical line to each of my guiding points. That is the first line of my building. So I'm going to erase this now because I don't need that. They're not touching. But I'm going to leave the bottom line because that's going to either be my sidewalk or the wall to my river. The next line, I'll do another vertical line. And that is now the front of my building. And then you have to do the horizontal line for the bottom of it. Yeah, good job.
Mine's
Yes,
small.
good job. That's okay. If you have a skinny building, that's okay. Good job. Wait, I didn't mean to. I think I drew. And then if you draw the side of the building, let's see. There. All right. Good job.
Let me see. Can I go like this? Let me see.
Well, it's got to stay horizontal.
Let me see. But then we could. Never mind.
Okay.
I was just thinking about if we did
Okay.
like this, we could be like. Wait, but my building is lopsided.
Let me see. I'll check. Yes.
Am I supposed to go like that now, or like?
Well, now you could go. You've just got a really skinny front of your building. Do you want to erase this line and make it a little wider? Okay.
Just make a rectangle.
All right. So now you want to do one up here, the horizontal line, to make the top of the building.
Okay.
Just like we did.
It'll look pretty close to a couple.